Ford has been screwing customers for years now, and it's time they pay the price. Over the last few years, they took advantage of low inventory by supplying dealers with high trim-level vehicles and really increasing the price on everything. SUVs, trucks, $80,000, $90,000 for these overpriced vehicles that nobody wants, nobody asked for, dealing with the dealerships, with the market adjustments and all this stuff, but now they're getting stuck with this inventory. But guess what? 2024 was a record year for Ford. They brought in $185 billion in revenue. Their stock price does not reflect that they brought in record revenue. It's not even anywhere near its peak, just a few years ago, and it's because the market's not stupid. The investors know Ford is the recall king. They'll sell all these vehicles, and they're going to have to put all this money into the dealers to do recalls. They're going to have to load recalls because they are the recall king. Complete engine failure, wire issues, this issue, transmission issues. Ford is the recall king. Even Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, I don't think, beat them. There is nobody who can do more recalls than Ford. So the market knows they're going to have to put all this money into repairs. And so the stock price simply does not reflect the fact that they brought in all this revenue. And they're not stupid in the fact that most of what you see on Ford's lot is 2024s. Every other manufacturer understands that it's 2025 right now, and they have 25s on the lot, but not Ford really. I actually spoke to an owner of a Ford dealership. He sent me an email and said he wanted to talk to me. And he explained that he's still getting sent 2024s. He hates it, but he's still getting 2024 sent right now in 2025. I'm like, wow, that is insane. And there's nothing he can do about it. They're literally hitting the lot right now. So Ford has completely lost the ball when it comes to controlling their inventory. They really screwed up. They built way too many 24s or whatever happened. I mean, they should all those be on 26s already in a few months. I mean, that's literally what it is in the car business, but not with Ford. It's really bad. Dealers are loaded with 24s and even some 23s, but mainly 24s throughout the whole dealership, and not even 125 in some cases. So it's pretty crazy. And then you got the price increase that Ford did, and it's just insane that they brought in the record revenue, but the market's not stupid. The market knows they lose a lot of money on electric vehicles. Just the other day, we saw a 2023 Mach-E sitting at a car lot. I think it was over $60,000. It's been there for multiple years. I think it was over 500 something days sitting there. And guess what? The dealer's still, I mean, come on, like that is insane. Think about the rebate that Ford's going to have to do to sell that. So the market knows they're going to have to give all these rebates to sell all this inventory that's been sitting for 500, 600 days at dealer lots. I mean, that's crazy for an electric vehicle sitting outside for 2-3 years. I mean, that's a problem. That really is. And for this to be happening at more than one dealer, and I've been to a lot of Ford dealers, they have old inventory everywhere. It just is what it is, and it's very overpriced. And they don't know that do they know who their buyer is? Like, the CEO, Jim Farley, is not the smartest guy, but I think he needs to realize who the customer base is. An $85,000, $95,000 pickup truck is not your clientele base. Like, you need to realize that. And then the fact that he drove a Chinese EV last year and then said it was such a great EV, da-da-da-da-da. I'm like, you're a CEO of an automotive company and you're driving a competitor's, because they sell vehicles in China too. You're driving a competitor's vehicle and you're saying how good it is. It doesn't make sense. So he's obviously not the smartest guy, but look at what's going on. They brought in record revenue, but the stock price doesn't show it because the market's not stupid. Nothing on this channel is investment advice, but the market's not stupid. They know what they're looking at. They're going to have to put out so much money in all these issues with inventory sitting, with adding incentives to all this stuff. They're going to have to put out money for maintenance, for the repair cost. Investors know this, and that's why Ford's stock price is not reflecting the fact that they brought in all that revenue last year. It is what it is. So at the end of the day, Ford is still struggling, and it's because they have all this old inventory. That is the main issue, and I know it's a huge objective for Ford right now is to get rid of this old inventory. And that's what the owner of the dealership said. He's like, I hate having 24s on this lot, but there's nothing I can do about it. I'm literally getting a truckload today of 2024s, and this is in 2025. So it's insane what's going on. I've never seen this before in the car business before, but Ford making all this money, and they really screwed a lot of buyers over the last few years. And I think they lost a lot of customers because people just simply won't spend 80 grand on a pickup truck, and you probably won't even get a V8. And I know certain people love the EcoBoost, but I'm just saying for 80, 90 grand, I mean, you should get a supercharged V8. I mean, that's insane. That's a lot of money for a 1500 pickup truck. And you walk up to any F-150, it's probably going to be 70 to 80. I mean, that's like the average now, that's insane actually. Before paying tax and all this stuff, I mean, that is insane. 80 grand for a regular old pickup truck, and you know it's going to have so many issues and it's going to depreciate so fast. It just is what it is. Let me know what you think about Ford, though. Do you think they're going to get out of this, or do you think they're going to have to pay a whole lot of money? Let me know what you think. Have a great day, and stay blessed.